Hey, welcome back to the Ziggy Zone. Today we are going to talk un poquito about football and then some more of these NBA transactions, trades, waivers, pickups, just silliness. But before we do all that, congratulations to Serena Williams. She is one win, which is the US Open, I believe, away from getting a calendar sweep. And the calendar sweep is the Australian Open, Wimbledon, whatever they play in France, and then the US Open. Yeah, I probably should know what the French version is. French Open? Maybe? Who knows? We'll go with that. So yeah, right now she's won 3, and they call it a Serena sweep. And that's when she wins 3 of the 4 titles that one could win in a calendar year. At this point, she's done a Serena sweep 3 or 4 times. This might be the 4th time. So congratulations to her. I think that she deserves much kudos and respect in the world of professional sports. Definitely topping the list as one of the greatest athletes, male, female. It makes no difference. She's on top of the world, right? Beyonce in there for y'all. Anyway, so yeah, congratulations to her. She super rocks. Black girls rock. So then moving over to football, Jason Pierre-Paul, who is a defensive end for the New York Giants, last week was handling fireworks. I'm not sure if it was legal or not. I don't know what the rules are in the area which he was in. But he decided to also have his finger, super injured. I'm guessing, the fireworks, something happened. He was handling fireworks, obviously didn't know how, because you fast forward a week later, his finger got amputated. It's kind of not funny, but it's oh, that's why you shouldn't handle fireworks. Leave that to the professionals, clearly. And it's an interesting thing with Pierre-Paul because he's in contract negotiations. So the Giants offered him an extension for $60 million or whatever. But he hadn't signed it. And this is before he had the fireworks incident, which he probably should have in hindsight, but whatever. And then there's talks of the Giants, because of his finger issue. They're trying to basically they're not trying to play him because they don't know how much he'll be able to play. His finger was amputated. I don't know how much. I think it was an index finger or something like that. I mean, I doubt they took the whole thing, probably just partial. People walk around with partial index fingers all the time. But he's a lineman, so I'm not sure if they feel not having the finger will gravely impact his way of being able to, rough up guys, because linemen, they're always fighting and using their hands, and they have these little things going on. So yeah, that was interesting. The PSA here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't let the professionals handle the fireworks, because you too may be getting a finger amputated. So that's that. Over into basketball, I'm sorry. Jeremy Lin is now with the Hornets, which is super interesting, but whatever. Danny Granger, who used to be a premier player when he was with the Pacers, he's been bouncing around a lot, and he got traded to the Pistons, which actually is a good thing. I think Granger and I think one of the Morris twins, the Morris twins' name are Markeith and Marshif. I'm making that up. I don't know. But their names really are Markeith and Mark, something like that. So one of the Morris twins, Danny Granger, and maybe one other person went up to Detroit. And Detroit re-signed Reggie Jackson. And I think, what's his name? That one guy that used to date Tiana Taylor. He's from LA. I should know his name. Anyway, Detroit might suddenly be trying to, make a comeback in the East. So we'll see about that. Roy Hibbert was traded to LA. I'm not sure how that's going to work with Kobe, because Kobe is very, very militant. He's all about business 24/7. He really didn't have time for the goofy people. And Roy Hibbert, as good and talented as he is, he's a bit of a goofball. That is why Dwight Howard didn't stay in LA, or couldn't stay in LA, because he's a bit of a goofy one. So it's interesting to see, since Kobe is finishing out his contract and should be retiring, what will happen going forward. But yeah, just on the record, I'm not quite sure if I see Roy Hibbert being a good fit with the Lakers or with Kobe Bryant. Then what else happened? Oh, in an interesting turn, Darren Williams, he requested to be waived because he got tired of the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets, and he got waived. So reports are saying that he is to sign with Dallas, the Mavericks, which I think it might be a good fit for them. They are forward heavy. They have a couple forwards down there. So yeah, Darren Williams got waived, but the Nets also doesn't have a team anymore. The Lopez brother, he left. Just no one's in Brooklyn. So, and Darren Williams, he likes to win, so I can see why he sort of left. So that's what's going on with him. And Darren Williams is apparently from somewhere near Dallas, so I guess he wants to be closer to home. And then another player surrounding wanting to be closer to home, as well as dealing with the Mavericks organization, is Amari Stoudemire. He left the Mavericks and he recently signed with the Heat. And so Stoudemire is a Florida guy, so I'm guessing, he wants to be closer to home, probably nearing the end of his career. He, has been injury prone, and he took apparently a league minimum. So good for him. It's not always about the money. So yeah, that's like what's happening around the NBA. Yeah, I mean, it's summer league right now, so everyone's in Vegas, which is super cool and awesome, and everyone's just playing. And Hammond, what is her name? I'm gonna call her like Cindy Hammond, but something like that. But Hammond's her last name. She's like the first female coach ever to coach in summer league. My guess is at any point in the NBA, she was the first female assistant coach. I would be interested to see if Pop is grooming her to perhaps be the next coach in the Spurs organization. I think that would be cool. Yeah, so, awesome. It's been a lot of just weird things happening, nothing too particular. On Wednesday, I want to say of this week, is the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. And it's a lot of young guys. A lot of people with like names you really don't know, like all of the big names are not there. But then I guess, the culture of baseball is also changing. So we'll see. Hopefully the National League wins, just because I'm a Giants girl and so they're in the National League. And that's all I have for you this week. My loves, I will see you next week. Have a great day. Mwah.